Welcome to the Elliott Alert. My guest today is Coach Lee Hardman, who is the Dean of Students over at Dollarway High School or Dollarway School District. Coach Hardman, thanks for coming.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate being invited.
And I want to ask you, you're the new Dean of Students Affairs, and you're also the athletic director. What kind of things can we expect now at Dollarway? Because I do know that they're having a wonderful record in football and doing some great things. Is that just because you're here?
No, not at all. We have Coach Cortez Lee is the head football coach. He's been there for about 5 years now, and Coach Lee is doing a great job with him. Right now, they're 5-0. And going to Clinton this Friday, and if everything work out, we feel like we're gonna play good up there. So, Coach Lee's goal and our goal is to have a shot at the state, and to win the state. So it's still a long season. So we just try to take it a game at a time.
Okay. Now, also there as the new Dean of Students, there's a lot of different things that you have going on over there. Can you kind of tell us some of the things that you're working on?
Well, one thing, we are involved with the student. We try to get the students to understand that the education side of it is the most important side of it.
Yes.
We are out mingling with the students on a daily basis. Every period we outside talking to students about the college. I've gone to some classes, talked to some of the students about going to college and the benefit of going to college and why it's so important. We're just trying to get in the kids' head that college is the next step, and you got to have it if you want to be successful.
Right.
We feel like the kids there, if they want to be successful, they got to go to college. They got to prepare themselves for college, and we have some sharp kids there. So we feel good about what's going on right now.
Okay. I know what you're saying is there's a much more of a conscious effort to reach out to the youth and let them know that there's other steps other than just graduating. It's that next level. Right. Have you been getting a positive response?
Oh yeah. I feel good that in the senior class, which is about 105 right now, I feel good that 90% or more probably will be going to college.
Oh, that's great.
I feel good about that. They're aware of it. They understand the importance of it. And we just got to keep emphasizing it, keep it on their mind. And then we want to get the parents involved, so the parents understand the process and what's going to take place. And we're going to do some workshops to benefit the parents and the students on financial aid and different things like that.
So there actually are going to be, now, before I ask that question, are there going to be an emphasis like on the freshmen, sophomores, and juniors? Or is there just more of an emphasis on the juniors and seniors?
Well, now the emphasis right now is on the seniors, but we'll work it all the way down to the ninth graders because this is the start of the academic process for the ninth graders. The ninth grade year is very, very important. Over the years, we found that a lot of times kids slack off in the ninth and 10th grade. They like to play. They like to just have a good time. Right. And those grades in 9th and 10th grade come back and hurt them in their senior year. Yeah. So we're going to be talking to the 9th graders, 10th graders about the importance of their grades, conduct, and everything.
Now, and you would know this better, how does sports impact those kids at those different levels? Is there a conversation to let them know, look, at these different colleges, if you want to be successful, they're going to take a look at those freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior grades, the things that you've been involved with, your academic and your social information to make a better decision on if they want to recruit you or if you're going to be a part of their university.
Well, let me go back a little bit further than that.
Okay.
This year at Dollarway, UFPB is working with us to film some of our football games. Okay. On the 18th of this month, we inviting all the Little League players and cheerleaders over to Dollarway, and they'll be introduced at halftime on TV so that parents will be able to watch it, watch it on TV. We're doing that because we know that kids if they involved in an organization,
Right.
they tend to work a little bit harder, take a little bit more serious. So we want to get the kids involved early. A lot of time, if we can reach the kids in the elementary grades and start getting them focused there, then when they get to the 8th, 9th, 10th grade, 11th grade, they already focused. They already know what they want and stuff. So we want to reach back and give them a good attitude, a good attitude back early on, and hopefully that will carry on until the senior high and through graduation.
So what you've seen is, well, let me ask you this question. So you guys are committed to actually reaching back to even the younger kids with the Little League football, to kind of mentor them and talk to them, so that if they inspire to achieve high school and college football, these are some of the things that they need to do.
Exactly, and a good example is our superintendent.
Yes.
Mr. Ackland,
our new superintendent.
Our new superintendent,
right.
have really pushed the idea that athletics can develop a person into not just a good athlete, but also a good student and a good citizen. So, and he's proof of it. He told his story several times, and he's gone through some time because of the head coach coach of the team have really helped motivate him to go on and do some great things. And that's what we want. We want to motivate those students early on, get them serious about not just athletics, but also about the academics.
Right.
And if we can do that, then hopefully that'll carry on.
Okay. Well, we're going to go on break right now, but when we come back, I want you to tell us a little bit more about the new and improved Dollarway Cardinals. We'll be right back.
So I've come up with a family emergency plan.
Great. What is it?
It's difficult to talk about, so I'm not telling you.
How will we know what to do?
You won't.
I'm so glad I won't have to remember anything.
And me too. Thanks for this, sweetie.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
Checking your fantasy league?
Nah, just my 401k statement.
Nice. Where'd you find the money for that?
I just been saving a little every month.
I can't seem to save anything.
Well, what about all this? What about the money you're spending?
What money? It's gone before I can get my hands on it.
I got a pizza for a Todd.
Hey, can somebody spot me?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
It's 547.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Hi, I'm Anthony Fernando, a veteran of Iraq and Afghanistan. I'm also a graduate of UAPB. I'm currently enrolled in the Master of Science in Aquaculture Fisheries program. Thanks to my mentor, Dr. Eggleton, I'm acquiring unique skills needed for future employment.
Since coming to University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, Tony has been involved in a wide range of undergraduate research. Some of this research he plans to publish later this year. UAPB prepares its students for these types of opportunities every day.
UAPB is preparing me.
Back to the Elliott Alert. My guest today is Coach Lee Hardman, our famous coach from Dollarway and our dean of students and our athletic director. Now, Coach, you got to tell me something, because you used to be the coach over at Dollarway, right?
Right.
And you had such a winning season, a historical time over there. What's the difference between the kids then and the kids now?
It's really not a big difference between the kids then and the kids now. All kids, today, yesterday, last year, all kids want to be disciplined. If you discipline the kids, they'll do what's right. Everybody, not just kids, adults would do wrong if they can get away with it. Okay.
Right.
So it's to me it's not that big a difference between then and now. You just got to work with the kids. Let the kids know that you're serious about what you're doing. Let the kids know that you love them, that you don't do everything you can to help them, but they got to do what's right. And they don't mind doing that as long as you are consistent and fair with them.
Right.
So it's not that big a difference between then and now. I know a lot of times people say kids today are so bad. we was bad coming up. You know, I'm young. We was bad coming up.
Right, you're absolutely right.
But you just have to work with the kids, discipline the kids, and let them know that you try to do what's best for them. And you mentioned the record we had. We had great players over there. We had, I mean, it wasn't about me. We had players. Well, you take a look at the number that come from Dollarway went on to pro.
Right.
You know, you don't develop all that. You know, a lot of that is talent that those kids had within that came on through and developed and listened, disciplined enough to go on to college, and most of them graduated from college, if not all.
But I would be remiss if I didn't say that because of Little League football and the coaches and the people who've been put in in their lives, as well as high school, because even at any of those levels, someone could have discouraged them.
Oh, ain't no doubt. It's no doubt. And if you look at the pros sometimes, when they tell them who they are, where they're from, I've seen even players in the pros recognize their Little League coaches and stuff, their Little League teams and stuff, because that's where they got their start. It's very important that those Little League coaches understand they are the first to work with those students, and their input to those students is greater than probably any other.
So do you think as a community we need to, really embrace our Little League sports, our footballs, our baseballs, our basketballs, because those are the most impressionable years? What do you think?
It's no doubt. It's no doubt. When those kids are 5, 6, and 7 years old, they want someone who are going to teach them, love them, work with them, care about them. And if you get that, those kids don't eat that up. They can eat that up. I mean, a 5-year-old don't mind being disciplined.
Right.
They want to be loved just like anyone else. So if the coaches are doing their job and working with them and teaching and everything, those kids will never forget those coaches.
Right. And you know, something that I found out as well, not only during that generation while you were the coach down there, even the ones who did not go to pro became very successful, either business people or doctors or lawyers and stuff like that, who still today come back to the games and root.
Oh yeah, it's no doubt. Everyone's not going to pro. The percentage of kids going to pro is less than 3% probably. So what you try to do is develop a kid into being a good person, a good citizen, and a very academic person. And then that person will go out and be successful. You know, everybody's not going to pro. We don't even preach pro like that. You know, very few get that opportunity. So, but you can teach all of them that they can be professional in something else.
Yes.
And that's what we try to do.
And I think that's a good thing, because during those times, you set a foundation of discipline, a foundation of education, a foundation of actually doing what's right. And a lot of times in today's society, you may have children who come from various situations who are actually looking for that strict discipline and that love and that kindness that coaches and other people around have. And that way of athletics is keeping them from the streets.
Right.
Is that kind of accurate?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Organization, when students get in clubs, they are part of a family, they tend to do better.
Right.
You know, and the same thing in college. It's no different in college. Kids need to be a part of an organization. They need to be a part of something that's bigger than themselves. And if you get that, those kids don't do better in the classroom, don't do better as a citizen, and that's what we want. I mean, if we can get them to be a better citizen, a better student, then we ain't got to worry about them, you know, getting in trouble in the streets and stuff.
Right.
You know, so it's a lot of work, but it's well worth the work that we put in to try to make those students a better person.
Right. Because and ultimately, we, the community, suffer if we don't invest back into our community.
I mean, suffer big time, and we got to put more and more time into these students. I mean, not just athletes. Everybody's not going to be an athlete,
right?
You know, but everybody can do some good things. Everybody can be a good citizen,
right?
You know, so we just got to work and continue to work and not give up on them. You know, don't give up, because it's some good in all of them. We just got to pull it out.
Yeah. So that means that we all have our work cut out for us in reference to investing back into the community. And one thing that I'm a stickler for is, as a person in the community, you cannot say how much you love your community unless you're giving back to the youth.
Exactly.
Is that accurate?
Well, that's accurate. The youth is the foundation of any community.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was at church Sunday, and a baby cried out and was pretty noisy, and the pastor said, without babies, the church won't grow.
Right.
Okay?
Exactly.
So the same thing in the community. We got to reach out to the kids so they can grow and become productive citizens.
Mm-hmm.
And then by being productive citizens, that means we'll have a better community.
Right.
And that's what you want. That's what you want.
Well, we're going to go to break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about what we can do better in the community as community leaders to help our children grow. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Lieutenant Isaac Henry, a recent graduate from the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff with a degree in sociology. I could be searching for a job at this point, but thanks to my mentor, Master Gaston, and the skills I've learned here at the university, I was able to obtain a position as a gold bar recruiter.
Isaac was mission-oriented from the very start. His hard work and dedication got him over 4 presidential physical fitness awards while earning his degree. UAPB can help prepare students like Isaac for those same opportunities.
UAPB prepared me.
Quiet, please. Wait a sec. I'll take one. Oh yeah. All right. All good. Take care. Way to go. Nice. Bring it on. Gotcha. I'm here for you. Oh no. Please, please, please. I'm waiting. Interesting. Not buying it. Not fair. That's it. This conversation is over. Oh, brother.
Body language can tell you all sorts of things.
I'm having a stroke. I'm having a stroke.
Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time. Time to call 911 immediately. The sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. Learn the body language, the sudden signs, and spot a stroke fast.
Welcome back to the Elliott Alert. My guest today is Coach Lee Hardman, who is our Dean of Students and Athletic Director over at Dollarway High School. And now, Coach, during the break, you were telling me some of the new and exciting things that are happening over at Dollarway. Can you kind of tell our listeners what's going on?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. One of the things that we're trying to do is, when I came over as Director of Athletics, I wanted to give Dollarway a little bit more exposure. Mm-hmm. So I was able to work with Finley Hill here at UAPB in a radio station. Mm-hmm. And right now we're broadcasting all the Dollarway games on KUAP 89.7.
Oh, man.
And you know, UAPB have a 50,000 watt radio station, so it's going all over Arkansas. You pick the game up at any time, you know, basically any place in the state of Arkansas. The players, the parents are excited about that because when they can't make the game, they can listen to them on the radio.
Yes.
I mentioned earlier that we was doing a TV show. We don't do 3 games on TV for the players. Okay. That way the parents can record and have a video of their son playing.
Wow.
And the cheerleader band, they'll be included also. So we're just trying to do something to make it a little bit more positive, give them a little bit more recognition in the city of Pine Bluff, and also across the state. You know.
Now, there was something else that was really big or new that I saw. Wasn't there some form of a parade or something like that?
Oh yeah, we just had homecoming last week, and it turned out great. We had a parade, which was the first parade at Dollarway, and it turned out great. It was a great experience. The kids really enjoyed it, and it just went off real smooth. Homecoming was nice, although we got a little rain.
Right.
Had a great turnout.
It was a great turnout for rain. I mean,
it was a great turnout.
There was a lot of people there.
Yeah, it was a great turnout, and so it's just some positive, very positive things going on, and we want to just continue to build on it. And I think we will.
So we're going to have more homecoming parades. Is that correct?
Well, you know, the plan is to have more, and we feel good that we will. But I don't want to speak too far ahead now.
Right,
I'm not deciding factor
Right,
on the grade, but we're going to continue to do some things to improve. I don't know if you noticed during the game we had this the Boost Club purchased this big helmet that the kid was able to run out of.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was the first time for that, and so we were trying to do some things for the students, for the athletes and for the students to give them a little bit more exposure, a better attitude, and everything, and it seemed to be working pretty good.
Okay. Now I'm gonna throw you a little bit curveball because a lot of people have been asking me that. Now, what about a new stadium? Again, going back to our superintendent, we've discussed this. Last month, myself, Ms. Bouger, and Mrs. Hobbs went to Lakeside and High Springs to look at a stadium and also at a gym that FEMA helped build. So it's on the table. It's some things we're looking at, and we feel like our players, our students deserve it. Yeah.
And we want the community, Dollarway community, to embrace it because I think it would really give them a better, a more positive attitude. Yeah. Because every other school in the county have a new stadium, facility and everything. So. It's not just on the back burner. It's something we're working on. Okay. And I'm not going to go online right now and say we're going to get it, but I'll go online and say we are definitely working on it, and I think the future look good.
Okay, that's great because I know I've been hearing that a lot in reference to Dollarway and a new stadium, and I think that the kids are they're doing better. I think now academically they're doing better, socially. So those are some things that we can do to kind of motivate them.
Well, look, a new stadium, a new gym, I mean, would not only motivate the kids. I really think the community would embrace it and turn out even more so at the games. If it's Friday night, a lot of the fans had to stand up. Yeah. Because there was not enough seating. So with new stadium, more seating, I think more fans would come. Right. So it's something we're definitely working on. We're taking a serious look at it, and we're going to start putting together numbers and get some ideas of what it might cost. And we're going to the community. If we have to go door to door, we're going to the community.
Well, I think the community would embrace something like that. Now, there's also something going on October the 16th?
The 18th.
The 18th.
The 18th.
Okay.
18th. We're having Miss Run the Hill normally do a roundup. Just doing UAPB homecoming weekend. So a lot of people come back for that. Yes. For that also. So we have a game that night, and we have a roundup where a lot of former Dollarway students and friends come over to Dollarway and just have a good time. Get to see each other and talk and have class reunions and everything else. So this will be a big night. Okay.
And is that the Friday before the homecoming at UAPB? Or?
That's the Friday before the homecoming at UAPB. The 18th, we play Lone Oak that night.
Okay, is it a home game?
It's a home ball game.
Okay.
And then that's also a night that all the Little League players and cheerleaders are coming to the game. So we got that going, then the football game, and then the roundup after the football game. So it's going to be a full night.
A full night. And you guys are making a conscious effort to go back into the community with the Little League football team and invite them in so the kids can say, well, wow, we actually have an opportunity to play high school or mid-level football and potentially, go to college.
We want to get the Little League kids involved. Like we talked earlier, to me, it started early in life. You start putting that self-confidence in those kids early in life. And if you do it early enough, those kids don't keep that. They're going to grow with it, and they're going to do what's right. And that's the whole goal, is to teach and train our kids to do what's right and take care of business.
Right. Well, you're absolutely right. Coach, I want to thank you. I think it has been a pleasure, and thank you for giving us all this wonderful information about Dollarway and the new direction it's going into. And I just want to let you know you have just been placed on alert.
Well, look, I appreciate it. A lot of people say, Coach, you back home? I'm back home.
Right.
I love it. Dollarway have meant everything to me, and I'm glad to be able to come back, and hopefully we can get this program going to a level that it's never been before.
Okay. Now, if anyone wanted to get in contact with you, how would they do it?
They can call me at 870-534-3878, 534-6262. They can email me at lhardman.dollarwayschools.org.
Okay. Again, I want to thank you again, Coach, and again, you have been placed on alert.
Well, I appreciate it. Appreciate being invited on your show, too.
Thank you.
All right.